Hey guys, back with some drama reviews that I took notes on while I watched, but didn't get a chance to review until now. So I watched King the Land, a popular K-drama starring Yoona and Junho. These two actually were friends for so long, so the chemistry is popping, and also there were so many rumors of them dating, so that's how you know it's going to be good. This one, actually, I didn't get into it the first few episodes because there was kind of slow pacing and it's very typical. It's cliche, but it's one of those dramas where you know that's the case when the man is like the main manager or CEO type of character. Female lead is one of the best uprising employees in this hotel. But I think the best part of this is that it's just so over the top with these cliches that I think they know that they're poking fun of it, but they still do it anyways. So it's still fun. For example, I think episode 5, there's a moment where the female lead is the damsel in distress. She is sent on behalf of her company to go talk to these people in like a very rural area. It starts raining heavily, like of course it does, like every drama where the female lead is trapped away from the male lead ever. And she's isolated. Her phone, she dropped it. She's like in this little ditch, and male lead literally enters in the most dramatic and hilarious way. He jumps off of a helicopter to save her. It's so goofy, making it so much fun to watch. There's petty back and forth between the colleagues at work, which was a little bit annoying, but it's real in some ways where everybody's very competitive, and in a luxury 5-star hotel, the staff members are literally always at each other's throats. Besides that, everything you need from a rom-com is here. It's sweet, it's funny, and I forgot how beautiful these two are until they're on screen together, and you're like, wow, they're just so good looking together. And the way they smile at each other, literally here for the visuals. Male lead's personality on the outside is cool, like every typical CEO is, but there's moments where he's actually a scaredy cat and startles at the smallest noise. So it's so funny to see him do the most for her. It makes it kind of endearing. I think it's a very old school story, but at the same time, you get that old school rom-com feel that maybe is lacking in a lot of these dramas that are trying to be too much. Here, they have every single trope ever. It's cliche, but for some reason, it just works. At first, I really didn't care about the friendship, but later on, they all have their different romances, and I did enjoy it. So there was a controversy with this one, so let's address that. King the Land was making articles and headlines, and I kind of missed it because I was on vacation. But watching the specific episode where they introduced a character called Prince Samir, and basically he's a jerk. All he does is spend money lavishly. He tries to seduce women. He's a playboy. He drinks alcohol. And people are saying this is so offensive because it's a stereotype and it's so insensitive to Middle Eastern people. So they did end up issuing an apology, but not really editing it out because at that point, the damage was done already. But I remember watching that scene and was like, oh, this is not a good move. Like, they should have just done something different. It was a bit weird, not gonna lie. The kissing scenes here were like 10 out of 10. I'm happy that they didn't go for the wide eye stuff. Like, there was so many sweet moments between them. One of the most memorable ones was it the first kiss scene where there's like rain? That was great. And there's so many more, like countless long kissing scenes and skinships that doesn't feel forced. It's just effortless and normal. The Thailand episodes were the best. I think they were my favorite out of the entire show, where there's the whole squad there's like 6 people. They're doing all these fun stuff, like fun touristy things. The ending was perfect, and I liked that the friendship was stable throughout. There wasn't much drama between the main group, and they always had each other's back. So no unnecessary stuff. There was only like one other thing that I didn't like in this drama, and that was the choice to have her best friend, the short hair girl, forgot her name, still stay with her jerk of a husband, which was basically doing nothing for her. He's just sitting on the couch on his ass all day, doesn't feed the family, doesn't go to work, you know, one of those people. And I was mad that she didn't just divorce him and move on with her life and maybe get together with a secretary or something. But yeah, besides that, everything else was fun and is exactly what you would want in a rom-com. So I gave this an 8 out of 10. Now let's talk about some of the Cdramas. First off is Scent of Time, starring Junho, Wang Xingyue, and Peng Chuyue. This is a drama I went in blind. All I saw was like the posters, and I decided to check a couple episodes out because I like the male lead. And if you're like me, at first glance, these promotional posters and stuff gives you an idea that this is like a sweet time travel romance about a girl that's just trying to change the past and stuff. But the truth is, it's very much more serious. It's closer to Cunning Palace. So if you watch that, you know what's going on. There's things that happen where her family ends up killed and her best friend's everything, so her life turns upside down, so she wants to change it, of course. Junho's acting here is the best that I've seen from her yet, probably because this is the type of serious role that I think she needs to propel her career further than just the idle, cute, sweet romances. Even though there's like romance on the posters and stuff, there's no actual romance until like halfway through the show or even longer. Most of the time, you're just dealing with her day to day, calculating her next move. It's a deep introspection with different details, what she worries about, what she stresses about, and you feel like you're right there with her. She actually actively avoids the male lead because she knows the outcome of what happens in her past life story. So the main lead is Wang Xingyue, but you don't see him show up until way later on. For the most part, she's with her fiance, husband, and once she wakes up in this body, reliving this, she's already like in this relationship. She's trying to figure ways to change the ending of her story. It's so real and frustrating seeing how much the female lead does for everybody around her. Every little plan, everything she does. However, it's a tragic reality slap that the writers decide to go with this reality check moment where nobody's listening to her. She's just a woman in a time period where everybody just thinks, yeah, you're being over dramatic. And nobody listens to her until hindsight is 2020 and shit really hits the fan. Even though everyone is scared of her, they respect her now because she's part of the royal family. But the second something goes wrong, they will ditch her. Wang Xingyue is so good here. The crying scenes were heartbreaking. The side character who played the guard and also rising actress Aimee is great here as the female servant. I've been noticing her specifically because she was in My Journey to You and a couple of other dramas, and she really stands out. I think she's only like 15 or 16, so she's going to be the next it girl in like 10 years, okay? I can't go too much into spoilers, except like this is not a rom-com at all, so if you're planning to watch it, don't go in thinking that it is based off of the cute little posters and stuff. It's not that. You'll be disappointed. The part where this kind of falls short a little bit is the last bit where I feel like the drama was going a little bit in circles. I was frustrated with the female lead. With all of her wits, she kept on avoiding and pushing the male lead away. That was so annoying. I hate it when that happens. And there's miscommunication every time. She's like about to tell him that she likes him or something. they're interrupted or there's some type of misunderstanding. There was genuinely some good moments of plot twist that I didn't see coming, but did it save like that strange ending? And I wish that they decided to go somewhere else with that. There were moments where it's like, the male lead literally deserves better. He's always devoted to her. She's just so blinded or just refuses to see that he loves her, which annoyed me. I wish they had more cute moments. In the end, I would still give this a 7.5 out of 10. It was good, and it made me so excited to watch Story of Cunning Palace because Wang Xingyue was in there, and I think it even affects how I feel about his character, which I'll review in an upcoming video. Then I watched a movie called Yesterday Once More. It stars Arthur Chen Fei-yu and Zhou Ye again. I loved the posters for this, so I had to watch it, especially when my favorite genre is time travel. It's also in it. This is a movie that follows childhood sweethearts who met and fell in love again many years later. Something happens and the male lead finds himself in a situation where he's in this time loop. Honestly, this plot is not something that I haven't seen before, but the execution was very well, especially for a film, because usually time travel stuff is just so tricky to wrap up. This only has it's less than 2 hours, so can you imagine? Usually the plot holes in a drama series that's 10, 20 episodes can even get it wrong. But this one, I enjoyed it from beginning to end. It didn't feel choppy with so much going on. I'm so happy I found the cute montages actually adorable instead of cringy. But what makes this movie stand out compared to other ones is that we're not stuck in that sweet romance phase. And pretty soon into it, you find out that life has other plans. A lot of these problems presented in the movie was so real. I found it super upsetting to see, for example, grief can turn you into a monster if you can't deal with it properly. These negative emotions can make you become an ugly person and just a terrible person to be around. There's also some details I appreciate with the narration where you're in the male lead's head. So a lot of times they would revisit scenes because it's a time travel. And you get more of his perspective, more about what was going through his head that day. Yeah, this was a great movie, a gorgeous looking young couple, and their acting was pretty good together. It was giving that lighter and princess energy, but they managed to build that solid chemistry within a matter of minutes due to the shorter runtime, which is very impressive. Arthur Chen's acting strikes again, his charismatic gazes. And those moments of drama and heightened emotional pieces was done well. I thought they both did excellent work, from switching the romantic scenes to heartfelt ones, frustrating ones as well. The cinematography is beautiful, and there's actually matching seasonal clothing if you look closely. When their romance just started, it's like spring, it's summer, everything is colorful and bright, and then when there's trouble in paradise, you see it get solemn, lots of winter vibes, colors, and the seasons change as well as the love. So great on those little details. I really enjoyed these movies. I think I'll be reviewing a couple more. My goal is to watch some of the top airing movies that came out this year. And last but not least is a little horror drama that's called Enigma. It's a Thai drama, and it's already confirmed for season 2 because it did so well. This is a mystery, horror, romance, supernatural drama that's set in high school, and it has black magic and all of these fun stuff. It stars Win, the actor you might know from the Thai Boys Over Flowers or Meteor Garden remake called F4 Thailand. And so is the female lead. They were actually a couple in that drama, and now they're a couple here. The romance is great, but you don't see too much of it. Just hints of flirting here and there. I was told Thai horror is some scary shit, okay? And they're correct. This drama is fun. It's scary. There's so much tension from the beginning. The acting, the music, the sound effects, and special effects were so on point. Enigma is about a girl who finds out that something strange is happening in her school. There's just a lot of people in her grade that seems to be dying mysteriously. It's strange, it's creepy, she doesn't know what's happening. And this is a mystery thriller that still manages to make you care not only for these characters that you have basically zero time with. Every single episode, there's something going on. There's so many moving pieces, but you're never confused. There's hints of romance, friendship. It also talks about the real pressure that students go through in these elite school settings. So a bit of everything, very palatable, and I can't wait to see where the next season goes. I think these shorter dramas are such a great way to experiment with different genres, and I'm glad they did. Some is a flop, but some is really good, like this one. So I'm happy that they're doing this in Thailand, and also they're getting sponsored by Amazon. So good for them. Highly recommend this one. I gave it a 8.5 just because I'm a sucker for the romance, and I want more of these reveals about the male lead, who is this mysterious character. The only thing I'm sad about is that the female lead isn't coming back for season 2, but if this is successful, what if she comes back for season 3? Hopefully this one will have more episodes. If not, keep the same pace. I'm just sad about the romance or the chemistry between them gone. Don't know what's gonna happen with the next season. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I will put up a rant review video on Only for Love as soon as I can, as soon as I finish One Land of Love and all of those other dramas, so I can put it in one video. But hope you guys are enjoying these reviews. There's going to be a lot of them coming because trying to catch up on dramas that I missed out. And I also want to watch a lot of them so I can add them in my top 10 favorite dramas this year. Let me know if you have 2023 Asian movies that you want to recommend me, because those are short and they're easy to binge on days when I don't know what to watch. And I'll see you guys in the next one.